Hello, it's Jay here again and welcome to another tutorial. So in this lesson we're actually going to start work on the special moves. I wanted to take a break from the fixes we've been doing. We will come back to that. I've tried out a number of fixes. They all work, but I'm just going to take a little bit of a break, decide which route I'm going to use, and obviously test that out. So I didn't want to keep you waiting, so I thought we'd do special moves now, and that will give me a chance to keep going through and fixing any bugs and just tidying up the code in general. We can always come back to it. So we're going to create a new C# script, and I'm just going to give this P1 special move 1, and let's open that for editing. So I'm putting these in separate scripts rather than the main play movement, just to make things a little bit easier and a little bit tidier. So we'll begin by just getting the basics of the script in place. We'll create a public float. Let's just use timer default for the naming convention. Make that equal to 2.0f. Close that line off. Into the comments defines the timer default value and public float. Let's give this a naming convention of, let's say, timer complete button combination. Defines the timer required for all inputs. And again, we'll just continue on creating public float underscore, and this time it will be pause default 1.0f. Again, into the comments. And the next one, again, public float, and we'll say pause between button presses. Let's say defines the timer required between inputs. I'll make this public, and eventually we'll swap this to private, but I'll make it public to begin with so we can see it when we come to test it out. Button combination progress. That's going to be equal to 0. Defines the button combination progress. So in fact, let's come and get these in place to begin with. We'll come below the void update and we'll create a type private void timer, open and close brackets, close that line off. timer complete button combination, we're going to say minus equals time dot delta time. Let's get this into comments. Decrease the timer value. We'll say if in brackets timer complete button combination is less than 0, let's say timer decreases to a value less than 0, then we'll just make that equal 0. And I'm going through this fairly quickly because this is all the type of coding. We've done it many times before, so I'm just going to run through it quickly. So we'll just say in the comments, make timer equal to 0 if open and close brackets underscore timer complete button combination double equals 0. We'll open and close brackets and we'll say underscore complete button progress. That's going to equal 0. So let's get the comments in for both lines. So we'll say if timer equals 0, reset button combination back to 0. Underscore timer complete button combination is going to equal the timer default. So again, let's get that into the comments. We'll say reset timer combination to default, and we'll come to the line below and we'll do the exact same thing for the pause between button presses equals the pause default. Put that into the comments. Reset pause timer to default. And don't worry if you don't know how these particular lines are going to work. These lines we've done before, but these lines, don't worry, because when we actually come to doing the rest of the script, this will all become apparent, so please don't worry about that. And we need to stop. In fact, I'll just use stop all core routines, that's fine. It doesn't stop all in the project, just on this script, so let's get this into the comments as well. Stop all core routines on this script. And let's come below here and we're going to create the pause, and we can actually reuse some of this code. In fact, we'll copy and paste it all in. we can actually reuse all of it. We just need to change out the variable names. So I'm going to come here and copy the value for pause between button presses. I'm sorry, the naming convention, not the value. And we'll just paste this over all the complete button combination variables. We'll leave that one, the timer complete equals the default. That's all we need to change. And let's just copy these two lines. And we'll paste those into the void start so they're equal to the default on startup. I'll just change the comment slightly to default on startup. And we'll just save that off there. So that's all the basics in place for this script. We'll continue on in the next video. We're going to leave it here for now. So please let me know any thoughts you may have regarding the way I'm scheduling these videos. Would you prefer to see this sort of structure where we create a few new things, we go back and tidy up, optimize, make any fixes to any bugs? Or would you prefer like us to do all the fixes in one block and then continue on? Any thoughts about that, please leave them in the comments below. And as I said, we'll leave it here for this video. So as always, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I hope to see you next time. And until then, as always, bye for now.